noticed you got CSI. This
CSJ.
This is canine feeds. Yeah,
CSJ, that is.
that's dog food. What's that like then? Is it?
Well, it started off with Kerry and Phil with sheepdogs, and they work them on the hill,
All right.
and they want the stamina, and they worked it for themselves to begin with, just for their own interest, and then they expanded and it got bigger and bigger, and they sponsor me, and I really appreciate their sponsorship.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, Ray, it's nice to have somebody who backs you.
Well, yeah, I agree with that,
Give you
mate.
some
It is
support.
nice because I mean it can cost you a lot of money, especially in the game that you do, breeding. You know, you must go through rates of food.
So much food, and over the years I found that, you know, all the boys were using it. I was using it, and I think that if you find a food that's really good, and there's so many on the market,
Stick with it.
stick with it and use that food, but don't sort of just be paranoid that that's the only food you ever use. I've used every food known to man over the years to try them,
Getting
to try
complacent with
what's
it.
the best, and for value for money and quality and range,
Yeah.
CSJ, and I'm not just saying it because they sponsor me, I'm saying it because I use it. That's why they sponsored me, because I've used it for so many years, and I appreciate the fact of that. They came to me and said, why don't you promote our food for us, because you use it and you sell a lot to the trial people. And it was, like I say, to begin with, it started off in the sheepdog world, but they do VAT free working dog food, see?
Oh, that's good, yeah.
And we use Champ, and we use CP21, and we use a number of their ranges of food.
Right.
And people come here and pick it up, and although I'm not a big stockist, because I'm not like a retail outlet as such, when people come training or they come on a regular basis, they pick up their food, and we have it delivered from Crispin.
All right.
From Bodmin, who's the area rep round here. Good company, delivers on time.
So they could have a day out here training with you,
Yeah,
and also pick up their dog food at the same time.
At the same time, so yeah,
Kill two birds with one
works
stone.
really well, yeah.
Good.
And they now send me promotional stuff every now and again.
That's good.
But they sponsor me, and that's really nice of them. And a small business, it's nice for a big company,
Yeah,
because they
yeah.
started off really small, you know.
Well,
But
yeah.
now they've grown, and now they're really well used in the dog world.
Yeah, because you've got to walk before you can run, haven't you?
Yeah,
obviously.
and they
So,
sell their food all over the world.
oh, there you
Yeah,
go. Just
yeah.
goes to prove that.
I mean, right down through sledge dogs, agility clubs,
Yeah.
working dogs, you know, working clubs and everything. Right, let's do some training, Ray, eh? With your
Yeah.
dog, shall we?
Sure.
Okay, come on then. Yeah. You just put it because I'm going to edit it anyway. Right, yeah.
Oh, it's on.
Okay, blow the stop whistle, Ray.
Oh, hang on, let me get it out. Here we go. I'm not going to let mine bang my camera because it's annoying.
There you go. Okay, Ray. This little dog, how old is he?
He's coming up 4-year-old. He is.
4 years old.
He's
How
a
long
cock.
you had him, Ray?
I've had him. I've had him those. He was 13 months when I got him.
13 months, right?
Yeah.
Right, and you bought him part trained, did you?
Yeah, I think he was part trained, like,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
so I understand. I think he was. He'd been used as for dogging in and what have you.
Right. So yeah. So you had an idea about putting
Yeah.
birds up and that. But,
Yes. He's.
And you came and found my videos, my Facebook, YouTube site. And
Yeah.
then I came across you with your little YouTube site that you do leather work, don't you? You do
I
leather
do,
work,
yeah,
don't you?
I do
Yeah.
leather work. I do all sorts, and
Yeah.
and I'm-
Explain something about yourself for a change. I like to listen to other people's stories. What you know, at the end of the day, I buy a lot of leather stuff off you because it's
Yeah.
such quality, the work you do, the craftsmanship. I mean, I buy my game carrier. I mean, you've supplied me game carriers, my backpack that I carry for carrying my dummies in, whistle stuff, leads.
Well, it's a business,
And
you
it's
know.
always quality, isn't it, Ray? You always
Yeah.
put quality into it.
I'm a retired saddle maker now, and but I still like to tinker about at home,
Lovely.
and so it's sort of enjoyable to do because I like to keep hands on. I like to think I'm pretty good with my hands, and you know, but people out there, if they're lacking on one thing, they're usually good with something else, and you're always learning things from different people, you know, different walks of life. But yeah, I do look at the old dog slip leads, stuff like that. The leather ones. I don't do the rope ones so much because
Yeah.
they're so cheap to buy. It's not.
Yeah.
you know, and a very good friend of mine always said to me, he says, if you can buy it off the shelf cheaper, why bother making it?
Right.
And it's true to the fact, like, you know, that's why I don't make certain things, because it's cheaper to go out down the shop there and buy it. I mean, I don't know how they can do it for that price, but all I can assume is because they buy it in such bulk, the more you buy, the cheaper it gets, you know.
But you made my old, I sent you my broken vest where I carry my dummies and all my stuff in my pockets, and it's very handy when you're training. And it used to be a hawking bag, they used to call them. And at the end of the day, we took them from the hawkers, and for 25 years I was carrying them around and no one else was using them, and all of a sudden everyone seems to be using them, especially Labrador people.
Yeah, I noticed that. They seem to have that two-tone colour, grey and brown and black, or grey and black.
That's the one you made for me.
Yeah.
But I sent you the old one, all ripped up and that, and you just took the measurements off that.
Yeah, I use that as a pattern.
As a pattern,
and I use that, and I made it all out of greyed leather, like, you know. So, and
but that's
in
fact,
fact, I think you had it on the other day actually, and I think we've got a video clip somewhere when we was doing a little bit of work with them. Of you wearing that, and that will last ages, like. But these, I lost my train of thought there. But I say, I enjoy.
Do you find it easy to make, Ray? Do you just do it in your stride? Is it just part and parcel of because of your experience and your craftsmanship?
Yeah, you've got the idea is you've got to read into what you're going to do next before you do that process. Otherwise, you do that process and you think, oh damn, I should have put that on there before that. Now I've got to unstitch all that and do that. You learn that the hard way. That's the only way you're going to learn it. But I also made you some nice game holders.
Oh, beautiful.
You know,
on the shoot, big heavy duty ones.
Yeah, I made it the old-fashioned way with a solid bit of round brass rod. And I do them with a bit of leather. I can do a double game holder or a single holder. But it all depends how many birds you're picking up.
And why don't you mention your YouTube channel, Ray, what it's called, and so people can find you on the internet through my videos. Because you're on my subscribers, so people can look on there. But you know, let's tell the people what it's called.
Well, it's called Charlie Tango 1. And I come from Canterbury in Kent, and I put videos up there. I'm very light-hearted with the videos I put up there. I do a little bit of bantering and messing about. I seem to be sending a lot of stuff to America and Canada and places like that. And what's happening is word of mouth has got around, and every night I go home, like this weekend when I get home, I'll have a rake of emails and messages from YouTube, like saying, Ray, how much is this and how much is that? I don't charge a lot of money because, as I say, I'm retired now. I've done that. That used to be my living. Well, I don't have to do that now. So I like to charge a little bit for my time, but as long as I get the money back for the outlay of the leather, I'm quite happy with that. Quite happy with that, yeah.
I think £2,500 for that leather pouch that you sold me was brilliant, Ray.
Well, yeah, I didn't.
But not everyone's gold inlaid, do they?
Well, no, that's it. I thought I might have been a bit over the top there, but but it just goes to show, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There you go.